Welcome back everyone. In the last lecture we have discussed about the different terminologies in Unified CCX and also discussed about the scenario that we would be using in this lab. With that said, um, let me navigate over to the Unified CCX administration webpage. Here we are in the Unified C6 administration webpage. First, let us go over to the resource page and make sure the resources are configured. Click Tools, User Management, User View. We can see the three agents or resources are listed here and they have the capability of agent so that they would be able to log into the Cisco agent desktop with the username and password that is configured in Unified CM. We can also check this by going over to Subsystem, RMCM, Resources, and we can see these three resources are created and the last names are displayed here 1, 2, and 3 with their IPCC extension. And here we don't see the resource group information because we haven't created one so far. And as we discussed in the last lecture, we are going to create these things right now. So we have already created the end user in Unified CM with IPCC extension. So they are promoted as an agent in Unified CCX. And we are going to create the skills now. So we have two different options to create this. Either we can go to the subsystem RMCM and we can click one by one and create all these subsystems, or you can go over to the wizard and click RMCM wizard, which will help you to easily navigate to one by one and create all these different items which are under RMCM. But I'm going to use the subsystem RMCM right now. Let me click skills. And I'm going to create three different skills and think those skills are like a product names. This is just for sake of our lab and just to make you clearly understand what we are doing. So I'm creating a skill called 1, 2, 3. Basically think they are the products names like 1, 2, and 3. And we have three agents like agent 1, agent 2, and agent 3. And we have trained all the three agents on all the three products called 1, 2, and 3. But agent 1 is a most skilled person of product 1, and agent 2 is a most skilled person of product 2. Likewise, agent 3 is going to be the most skilled person for product 3 or skill 3. Okay, with that said, let me go ahead and click add new. It's going to be 1. Click save. Going to create 2 and click save. The last skill is 3 for product 3. Click save. Now I'm going over to the subsystem RMCM and I'm going to create the resource group right now. For this lab, I'm going to create a resource group, say for an example sales. Click add new and create the sales. Click save. Now we have created a resource group called sales. So the next task is to go over to the resources and assign the skills and resource group to the resources. First, I'm going to click the resource agent 1 and I'm going to assign the resource group called sales. And as I said earlier, agent 1 is the most skilled person for handling the calls for product 1 or skill 1. I'm going to give him the competency level of 10 because he is the most skilled person in the company to handle the product called 1. Click 1 and select the competency level and click this arrow mark here, which would assign the skill 1 to the agent 1 and assign the competency level of 10. And for product 2 and 3 or skill 2 and 3, I'm going to give him the skill level of 1 like his last name. Click update. Likewise, I'm going to assign the resource group and skills for resource 2 and 3. So again, resource 2 is part of the resource group called sales, or agent 2 is part of resource group called sales, and he's going to have the most competency level, which is 10 for the product called 2. And for product 1 and 3, he's also trained on that, but his skill level is going to be 2. So we have assigned the skill of 2 with a competency level of 10 and assigned the skill of 1 and 3 with a competency level of 2, which matches his last name. Okay, let me click update. I'm going to assign this resource groups and skills for agent 3. It's going to be again in sales, and is going to have the competency 10 for product 3 or skill 3, and he's going to have the competency level of 3 like his last name for the other 2 products. Let me click update. So we have created the skills and resource group and associated the resource groups and skills to all the 3 agents. So the next task is go over to the subsystem RMCM and create the contact service queue. So we discussed that contact service queue is a place where you define how to route the call or where to route the call and to which agent, right? Let me click new, add new. So here is the option to enter the contact service queue name. I'm going to give it CSQ. Okay. So I have created a contact service queue called CSQ underscore RG because of the reason we are going to use the resource pool selection criteria of resource group. That's the reason I have specified resource group, and it is for the resource group called sales. Okay, so I have selected the resource pool selection model as resource group, and the service level are for historical reporting purpose. And we have already discussed about the automatic work and wrap up time in the previous lectures. If required, we will revisit this in the future lectures as well. Let me click next for now. And we have different options available for resource selection criteria. How to pick up a resource or how to pick up the agent from the resource group called sales. So should we pick up the agent who is idle or available for longest time, which is longest available, or it may be linear, circular, those are self-explanatory. Most handled contacts are nothing but the agent who handle the most number of calls for the CSQ, or shortest average handle time, or the agent who handle the call in the shortest duration. It basically take an average of each call he attended, and we'll see what is the shortest average duration that the agent handled. It's going to pick up that agent who handled the calls in the shortest average duration. So I'm going to select the longest available for this CSQ, and the resource group is going to be sales, like we mentioned in the name. And you can click the show resource. It will show up all the resources that are available. As you already know that we have assigned all of these 3 agents with the resource group called sales. So that's the reason they are showing up here. Okay. Currently it is showing as 1, 2, 3 because it is currently random, because we haven't, the agent haven't logged into the Cisco agent desktop so far. So the system doesn't know who is available for longest time. So this is randomly picked up the agents and showing up here. And let me click add. So with that said, I'm going to stop this lecture for now. And in the next lecture, we will discuss about CSQ selection based on a resource skill. And also we will discuss about the different routing resource selection criteria models such as skill based like more skill by weight or more skill by order. And we'll also see some explanation in Notepad about those. And with that said, I will see you in next section. Thanks for watching.